Well, Hollywood actor Armie Hammer says in this very, very shocking interview, honestly left me very floored, but I think it's very important for us to take a look at what he says here, especially considering the fact that he completely rips apart the Hollywood woke religion in a very powerful way. So let's get into this whole thing and see what's going on here with Armie Hammer. Embattled actor Armie Hammer has spoken out for the first time since being accused of doing terrible things 2 years ago, revealing to Air Mail News that he was a victim of terrible things that happened to him himself. The terrible things that he suffered, Armie Hammer said, set a dangerous precedent in his life, though he maintains that his spicy interest in control was never about being terrible to women, and insists that he never engaged in non-consensual spicy acts with any of his partners, the outlet stated, which was the accusations that were brought against him. I had very intense and extreme lifestyle, and I would scoop up these women, bring them into this whirlwind of travel and spicy stuff and drugs and big emotions flying around. Then as soon as that was done, I just drop them off and move on to the next woman, leaving that woman feeling abandoned or used. It's very obvious that he is feeling a lot of regret and a lot of remorse for the terrible things that he has done, which is something that makes him very kind of a unique case in Hollywood. How often do we see celebrities in Hollywood actually having remorse and regret for the terrible things that they have done? So Hammer stated that he isn't making excuses. I'm here to own my mistakes, take accountability for the fact that I was an a-hole, that I was selfish, that I used people to make me feel better, and when I was done, moved on and treated people more poorly than they should have been treated. Now he says here, I'm here to own my mistakes. It's very rare to hear celebrities in Hollywood speaking this way. This is kind of crazy stuff, okay? Still, he wasn't indifferent to the fact that his world was imploding around him. The loss of his career, his fortune, and his sullied name drove him to the point of suicide in February of 2021. He told Air Mail News, I just walked out into the ocean and swam out as far as I could and hoped that either I drowned or was hit by a boat or eaten by a shark. Then I realized that my kids were still on shore and that I couldn't do that to my kids, he told the outlet. Now, after a stint in rehab, Hammer says he is a healthier, happier, and more balanced person, telling the outlet that he is truly grateful for his life and his recovery. And I think that this is one of those things where, obviously, yes, he more than likely did some very, very terrible things. The fact that he is admitting it himself, right? But we also have to keep in mind that this is kind of a rare exception where he is actually someone that went into rehab. He is someone that actually worked to better himself. And that is something that we don't see very many people in Hollywood do. And what he says here in this quote is pretty powerful stuff. There are examples everywhere, Robert Downey Jr. being one of them, of people who went through these things and found redemption through a new path. And that, I feel like, is what's missing in this cancel culture woke mob business. The minute anyone does anything wrong, they're thrown away. He is 100% correct about this. There is no forgiveness. There is no mercy. There is no grace that is given to anybody when it comes to the woke religion. And yes, it is a religion. There are very, very many similarities between the woke ideology and a lot of different religions and stuff, except that the woke religion shows no mercy. It doesn't have anything for forgiveness. They want you to have penance, but there is nothing that you can actually do to ever have redemption, which is the most depressing, dark thing about the woke religion. And he is completely admitting that here, especially in Hollywood, which is completely embracing all of the woke ideology to the T. You know what I mean? We all see it. We all know that it's happening. And so the fact is that he is completely admitting that this is exactly what Hollywood is all about. He is exposing to us the truth about Hollywood, the fact that Hollywood completely buys into the woke religion. There's no chance for rehabilitation. There's no chance for redemption, he told the outlet. Someone makes a mistake and we throw them away like a broken disposable camera. Robert and others are examples of what it looks like for a human being to experience pain and then growth. And that aspect of it is something that I aspire to. And that right there especially being a Christian, you know what I mean? Like, this is something where I can see that this is someone who is looking to change his life. This is someone who is looking to better his life and do things that are going to improve not only himself, but the relationships that he has with people. Now, does this also mean that he's completely free of all of the accusations? Absolutely not. You know, he's still definitely someone who has to be held accountable and responsible for those things. And he admits that himself. You know, he admits that he has accountability for what he has done. He admits that right here. And what he has done to kind of change a lot about himself and kind of bring himself around is honestly, it should be inspiring, okay? It should be looked at as a positive thing and something that we should definitely be encouraging more people to. We should be encouraging people to better themselves, better their relationships, and seek help, seek ways to change their life around. If more celebrities had this type of outlook on themselves and this kind of like a sense of repentance about them, then there would be a lot more, like the world would be a better place, our culture would be a better place, and this is something that we should definitely show some sort of forgiveness towards. So with all that being said, let me know what you think about all of this with Armie Hammer that's going on in the comments below. Hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like, subscribe, and I'll talk to you all in another video very soon.